podcast day.
Yay!
What up, Brandy?
Hello.
How's it going?
Good. I feel like I haven't seen you in forever. I missed you.
It was just a week ago.
Oh. It's what happens when you're a brother from another mother.
That's right. That's right. Tim Schaus, TLS Entertainment, your premier DJ, and the wonderful, beautiful Brandy Harlan. What's up, girl? How you doing?
Hello.
Your non-retired wedding planner. This is the Scoop Weddings Unveiled. We're so happy to be back. This is the official podcast number 14. Official. This is we'll call it 14.1.
Not because we didn't record properly.
Right. Not this time. Right.
You should listen to the last podcast if you really want to know why.
Yeah, right. Yes. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Rewind. Yep.
Awesome. So we've got a fun. We've got a good one. This is more entertainment or like DJ related, but I do know that wedding planners do help out with this particular thing. And we're going to talk about couples. We're going to help you all out with music selections, like for formalities, from ceremony to grand introductions to first dance, kind of like what we see as the most popular.
Yes. And
some sleepers that we think would be really cool. And just know that anything that you choose, I mean, like it's your soundtrack of the day. Exactly. So customize it to the way you want it. But this is what we've seen. This is what we've seen.
Yeah.
In prep, like whenever we do prep work for weddings and when we do the planning with our couples.
Yeah, and I feel like this topic is something of a rabbit hole that you can kind of get sucked into as a couple, and it's kind of hard sometimes because you're like, I love so many songs and there's so many things that I listen to. So I think that couples have to think of the day in sections and vibes, and then try to figure out what music fits that. Yeah. And know that there's, like Tim said, there's no right or wrong. There's you. Mm-hmm. And don't get too far down the rabbit hole of music. Because I, for one, when I planned my wedding, it was extremely hard for me to pick songs. And then I'll share with my little trick a little bit of what I did.
So for like the beginning of ceremony, when guests are arriving, I typically will send the planning form, and it gives you 3 options.
Yep.
Instrumentals. And for instrumentals, I suggest utilizing like Vitamin String Quartet, Daniel Zhang, Piano Guys. There's a few like guitar, I forget what it's called, but instrumentals, and they play covers of like today's hits. So it's songs that you know and you hear, and it's cool. It sets the mood.
You can tap your foot to it, but it's not like party. Right.
It's instrumental. It's nice. So that's what instrumentals are. Then we also have like your classic love songs like Nat King Cole, Michael Bublé, Frank Sinatra,
Alicia Keys. Yeah.
Well, you just went a whole different genre. That's not classic love.
Oh no, yeah.
That's not. Classic. When I say classic love, again going back like oldies, like Nat King Cole, and so forth. Now Alicia Keys would be like more of modern, like today's love songs. Yeah. So just really, or there's the country love songs and so forth. So, if my suggestion as a DJ, what I would say is if you are doing instrumentals as guests arrive, then when it's time to actually start the ceremony, do songs with lyrics.
Okay.
That's just my take, just because it completely sets the tone, or it signifies we've got to change.
And that's what I was thinking about in my head when you were saying that, like, okay, how would that change happen? And so, that makes good sense. Yeah. Yep.
And then vice versa, if you're doing like classic love songs as guests arrive, then I would do instrumentals.
Yes.
For the actual ceremony, for when the family,
professional
when the family walks down, groom, bridal party, bride, and so forth. I would suggest. I mean, for the bride, it's up to you.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to do. But I highly recommend doing a separate song for the bride. And nothing is traditional anymore. So the wedding march is out.
The wedding march got played this weekend.
Did it?
Yes.
I see like Canon and D and the wedding march.
Maybe it was Canon and D. Either one, it got played this weekend and I cringed.
It's not
not a thing.
It really isn't.
No.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, can you remix it, somebody? I mean, you can bring it back if you remix it really good or something like some. I don't know if there's a way to circumvent that and bring it back.
Yeah. So
just don't do it.
So yeah, if you're wondering, nothing's traditional anymore. You can pick whatever the heck you want. So we're going to start with, so that's how we kind of like start with like prelude music as guests arrive. Either instrumentals or classic love, country love, like today's love songs, whatever it may be. Yeah. So now for the ceremony, when we start for the bridal party, when the bridal party walks out, or when the family walks out first and the bridal party, what you said you have a couple songs that you either tend to hear to or what you like.
I like I said, it can be a rabbit hole. And for me, when I planned my wedding, I wanted something that had some soul to it, but I didn't like the words. So like you said, make sure that you do instrumentals or not. So I took some kind of obscure R&B songs. Granted, I got married in 2008, y'all. So,
lifetime ago.
Woohoo! So I took some R&B songs and they were stripped down to just the instrumental version. So they were recognizable, but they still had some rhythm, some soul, and some like, I don't know, feeling, some meat to them. So that it wasn't just your plain everyday songs that you would hear. So it was like, oh, I know that song. So it kind of got that feeling. And I am big on music. If I could drink, I'd listen to music all day. So for me, it was big that music was a big part of our day. And I was able to kind of bring in a little bit of a soul, a little bit of my personality, because my husband has a totally different mindset of music than I do. So we had to kind of meld that together. And
well, he's just a few years older than you.
He's 10 years older than me. So
it's a whole different,
it's a whole nother
decade.
Genre. And it's a whole nother thing. And so we did decide on actually some R&B, and then we had a little bit of country in there too. It's kind of
country.
Weird.
Who likes country?
Well, it was the words of the song. I have to remember back what it was, but I think we added maybe he's not country. He's Bubba Sparks.
That's not country.
We did a little bit of that.
Bubba Sparks is hip hop.
Okay, so so hip hop. My husband so I am like R&B and soul and country, and my husband is like 2 Live Crew, Too Short, like Eminem, Busta, which I do love all that too, but for a wedding it doesn't quite work. So so we mixed it up a little bit in that realm.
Okay.
We did not do traditional at all. It was a mix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So for what do you suggest for?
Well, for me,
I don't
have a specific song. I just like taking R&B instrumentals.
Oh, okay, got it. That's what you. That's
my tip for it.
Okay.
So we mixed it up. I have to think about, maybe I can remember what song we walked back down the aisle to. It was Recessional.
Okay. So for ceremony, and I wrote down some songs that I wrote down 5 songs that can really be used for the bridal party, but I had the bride in mind.
Okay.
For these, and one that's very popular. It might be outplayed now. It was at one point, I feel like about a year or two ago, this first one, again, these are in no particular order, but this first song was probably the bride's processional 90% of the time.
Oh.
It's a good one. I like it.
Okay.
1,000 Years.
Oh, I knew you were going to say that.
I like it.
I don't.
I feel like it, it sets the mood.
I just think it's too played.
Well, it's because you hear it all the damn time.
Yeah, I do hear it. And I think your guests hear it all the time too.
No, they don't. How many times is a guest at a wedding?
Okay.
You and I are at a wedding every single weekend.
Yeah, I need surprises when it comes
That's
to
a surprise to them. Guests, trust me, guests probably go to...
What is this song? Oh, 1,000 Years. I love this song. Yeah. That's their reaction.
Yeah.
Okay. I get it.
I guarantee you...
It's a solid win.
If I would guarantee you if one person went to 5 weddings a year as a guest, that's a lot.
They heard that 2 or 3 times.
No, I'm just saying in general, that's a lot.
Yeah.
And they probably, so I don't know. It's overplayed for the wedding professionals.
Yes.
But I enjoy it, even though I don't see it as much often anymore. But
I actually prefer it as a first dance song.
Well, hold on.
Instead.
No. No.
No?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I mean, yes, but no. But so they
this
have...
might be an agree to disagree episode.
Christina Perri is the artist. And so that's a good one for the ceremony. There's also the instrumental version of it by the piano guys. That's really good. So there's that one. Song number 2. This is a good one.
And this is for
ceremony
entrance. Okay.
I Get to Love You by Ruel, I think.
Yeah, I like that one. I actually really, now that I think back, I had some visuals in my head from weddings that had that. I like that for the grand entrance of the bride or partner because...
Into the ceremony?
Yeah. Like everyone else can have something else, but that one has a certain point in the beginning of the song.
There's a crescendo.
Where it's just like, boom. Whether so if you're coming from behind a door or some kind of facade or draping or whatever, there's just that like build up and it's like,
yeah,
here they are.
Yeah, no, it's
I do like
it. Gets me. It gives me the butterflies. It gives me the goosebumps. I thoroughly enjoy that one.
Yeah, I'd say that's my number 1.
This next one can again be used at any point in the ceremony. It can be used for the bridal party or the family to walk out to, but Can't Help Falling in Love.
Oh yeah,
Elvis Presley. But again, instrumental is always a good one.
Yeah, I think I think that also applies to the partner for me.
Yeah,
I think that has a great build up to it as well.
That's also a good first dance song.
Yeah,
but actually, I have that as one of my first dance songs.
Yeah, I like that option.
So there's that one. There's also "You Are the Reason" by Callum Scott.
Oh, I think I have to remember what that one is.
Yeah, "You Are the Reason."
I don't know if I know that one. I have to know it.
Again, they're all slow ballads, but that one, I don't know that I know that one as an instrumental, but Can't Help Falling in Love's a good instrumental. I Get to Love You, that one's a good instrumental, but I like that one with lyrics just because the crescendo.
Yeah.
And, the first chorus is I get to, like the words are I get to love you. And if you if the bride or the partner appears at that point and then the person at the altar turns around, boom.
Yeah.
That's what an entrance. Yeah.
For sure. Yep.
And then here's another good one. From This Moment, Shania Twain.
Yeah. That's, not my jam, but I could see that one. Yeah.
Just a couple of ideas.
I like that one.
Let me see if I have any others, like instrumentals wise.
There was one by, who's the couple, the country couple, Shane and
Kane.
No, not Kane Brown.
Shane.
Maybe it's not Shane. I think she passed away from cancer. It was his wife. They were a duo. The country song, I know. Yeah, she passed away from cancer not too long ago, like maybe a year or two ago.
Okay.
Or a year ago, and they did a whole album before she passed away.
Oh, wow.
And it's got some mad good love songs on it. Danny, no, it'll come to me at some point.
Okay.
Danny and Shay.
Dan and Shay.
Dan and Shay. Is that not one of the ones that passed away? That's
a male group, 2 guys.
No, there's a husband and wife where she passed away from cancer. I'll remember it.
Okay. Moving on.
It's so right there.
Those are some ideas for ceremony. Again, you can utilize those for, the family and the bridal party walking down, or strictly for the bride or the person walking down.
So in your experience and your expertise, generally speaking, there's parents and then groomsmen, or groom's lady or best women, whichever. And then you have the next grouping, bridesmaids, and then bride. So do you suggest 3 songs, 4 songs? How should they go about putting that music together so that it kind of flows?
I personally, it just really depends on how far the walk is.
Yeah.
What I like to do is ask for 2 songs for the bridal party processional, and that includes the
family,
the groom, groomsmen, bridesmaids, and so forth, flower girls, ring bearers. So I would have one main song and then a second song backup.
Gotcha.
In the event that it goes to like they're still going and the song runs out, have a second song.
I actually really like the one, like the partners having different songs. So if the parents go first, I like the groom having his own song.
Well, I mean, if he has.
Song.
If the groom has
something about it, because they don't get from the male perspective, if we're talking strictly the men, the groom, I feel like they don't get as much like wow moment when they walk down the aisle as the bride, which I get because she's in a dress, whatever have you. But I feel like changing the song kind of gives them like they're like.
I mean, I've seen where it's more like for the groom, it's more of an upbeat. Not upbeat, but something more, I don't know.
More masculine.
More masculine, like sharp-dressed man.
Sharp-dressed. But for me, I think that there could be some nice romantic songs.
The one thing about that is if there are so many song changes for this ceremony, there's a lot of stop and go, stop and go, stop and go. Yeah. And that's why, it's like there's, I don't like it.
Okay.
When it comes to the ceremony. 3 max.
Okay.
So
how
one,
do they fit those 3 together? Like
again, it's basically you have one song for the entire for the family and the bridal party. So once we're ready to start, we'll fade out the procession, the prelude music.
Of course.
We'll fade out. Sometimes there's as you know there's an announcement, an unplugged ceremony. Please turn off all cell phones, camera devices, be fully present. Blah blah blah. At that point, and usually the officiant will say that. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. And at that point, we go straight into the first processional song.
But what I'm saying is, like, when you're picking these 3 songs, do you pick them from all classical, all traditional, all like
whatever you feel,
like, or can you mix them up?
I would mix them up.
Okay, I like that.
It's your soundtrack.
I like that. And then the DJ is. Preferably Tim.
Right.
We'll fade them all together, make sure that they work.
Well,
and you fade them out.
Yeah, we just fade them out. Yeah, but again, for the family or for the bridal party, again, it's just one song.
One song.
If there needs to be if we're running out of time on the song and their song runs out and we're still going, that's where the second backup song comes into play, and it's just based off of like songs that you enjoy. Yeah. That kind of represent you as a couple. And
or maybe it's the first song that you dance to. I mean, it could be something that you guys share, and also that you guys listen to when you're together. Like it could be, you wanted to evoke that kind of emotion, is what I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't suggest utilizing your first dance song.
No, I mean the first time you ever danced together, like ever.
Right.
That could be one of your songs if you have another
for the ceremony.
That signifies something. No.
No.
Why is that a rule?
It's not a rule, but I don't like it. that song should not be played until your first dance.
No, I know. Like, okay, but what I'm saying is like you and I just met. We go out dancing.
Yeah.
And there's a slow song.
Yeah.
It's the first time we've ever danced slow.
Okay.
That song. That can't be played any other time but for your first dance for your wedding?
If we decided that that's our first dance song?
No, I picked a different song. Then I could use it for something else.
Oh, well then yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But you just said, you're confusing the hell out of me right now. You just said first dance song. That's...
like the first song you ever danced to. Like there's got to be moments in your life where music played a part, is what I'm saying. And so if you have songs like that where music played a part, keep track of those. And
of course, yeah.
Put them into this mix. Yeah. You don't have to just all of a sudden come out with songs like off the top of your dome.
Right? Yeah, if there are songs that represent, that's what I'm saying. If there are songs that represent you guys,
yeah.
We're kind of going back and forth.
Your first Valentine.
We're gonna move on. All right. So that's ceremony. Okay. Now was there more to that?
No. I was just saying. They don't have to invent songs.
You don't have to reinvent the wheel, no.
Yeah, just songs that have meant something to you along your journey.
Correct.
Can be used.
But again, I only suggest 2 songs max for the family and bridal party.
And then
ideally only play one. And then once everybody's out and ready to go, we fade out, go into the bride's processional song, and boom.
Boom. Got it.
Bride song.
Yes.
Ceremony.
Ceremony. Done.
Done. First kiss. All right. Now, cocktail hour. Again, same thing.
Well, you missed a song.
What did we miss?
The
the recessional? Oh, okay.
First kiss, the processional.
Okay.
I like Kiss Me by Sixpence.
Kiss Me.
Yeah. Yeah. Beneath
That's a good one.
milky twilight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Marry You, Bruno Mars.
I have a problem with that song because it says let's do something dumb.
I mean,
It
kind of is dumb.
There are plenty of other things that are dumb, but that's not it. That song to me, I think, is the one song when I hear it at a wedding, I'm like, yep, we're doing something dumb today, I guess.
Another one bites the dust.
I mean, maybe. I like that one.
I've had that one. Hollow Notes. You Make My Dreams Come True. That's what it's called, right?
Maybe.
I'm just stating songs that I've.
Yeah.
You make my dreams
I feel like I used a
true.
Smash Mouth song when I exited for our wedding.
Probably.
It was that era.
Smash Mouth?
Yeah. And it wasn't All Star.
No, it wasn't All Star. Walking on the Sun. Can't Get Enough of You, Baby. No. Smash Mouth, essentially. All Star.
I don't know. This is going to make me really want to go back and look at the songs that we chose.
I'm a Believer.
Oh, yeah, that one.
I'm a Believer?
Yes.
Okay.
That was our exit song.
There you go.
Yes, that was it. I was like, it's one of those.
Nat King Cole. Or not. Is it Nat King Cole or is it Natalie Cole?
Well, there's both.
Right. I'm trying to think of the song.
Oh, the song.
This Will Be. Yeah, Natalie Cole. This Will Be.
Yeah.
That's
I do
very
like
popular
that
one. This Will Be.
An everlasting love.
That's right. That's also a very popular recessional. I would also suggest something like, just
something
make
fun.
sure, make sure it's fun and upbeat.
Yeah.
Don't make sure, but like we suggest.
Don't walk back down the aisle of what the bride walked down to either. Don't do that.
At this point, the seriousness of the ceremony is concluded. We got through all the emotional things.
Yes.
Now, y'all are husband and wife officially, even though like you already signed the papers probably days before, but
set the mood.
You set, It's not a time to party, so have something fun. Let's see here.
I like that.
I'll tell you what this past weekend was. Nothing's Gonna Stop Us Now by Starship.
Oh, okay.
That was, and all right, so this past weekend for the ceremony, Bridal Party came out to Canon and D by Brooklyn Duo, which is another instrumental cover group. Brooklyn Duo is really good. Canon and D, not a fan of this song, like Canon and D or The Wedding March, but again, Brooklyn Duo is really good. And then they had a Flower Dude.
Oh, yes.
He came out into a separate song. Fun. Never Gonna Give You Up. Rick Astley.
I like it.
Never Gonna Give You Up. Yeah, definitely Rick rolled him. And then after he came down, then the bride started to Can't Help Falling in Love. Instrumental.
Okay.
Vezislava is the artist for this particular instrumental, and then the recessional was Nothing's Gonna Stop Us Now by Starship. So that was this past weekend's.
I like that combination, except for the Canon and D, but they kind of they D'd that up with that.
Let's see here. Another ceremony that we did was Marry Me. Who sings Marry Me? Who sings it? Can't think of it. But this was an instrumental by guitar tribute players. Then the bride walked out to Speechless.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I also like Casey and JoJo.
That's a good one.
As the exit song. Not All My Life. The we just want to get, what's the name of it? Just Get Married, or what is it?
Yeah, Just Get Married.
I think so. Yeah, I like that for a good exit song.
That's not Casey and JoJo. Let's Get Married. That one.
No, look up Casey and JoJo then, because
Let's Get Married is by Jagged Edge, just so you know.
Oh, sorry, Jagged Edge. I should know this. This is my 90s realm. So that's a great exit song, recessional song.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just got like blindsided real quick. That's why I went silent.
I'm like what happened?
Yeah. Sorry. So Speechless.
We get slightly distracted. We're squirrels sometimes.
Sorry.
So it happens.
We're at the TV station, and like they're blowing me up right now.
Well, no,
they're blowing me up right now.
Like, what happened? Is there a fire alarm we don't know about?
Sorry, but yeah, I just kind of blanked right there.
Tell me I'll meet him at the water cooler later for all the tea.
Oh my goodness. All right, so anyway, that's good for recessional.
Did you hear? Judy changed her shoes.
Yeah, so those are recessional songs. So, and then I would send you information for Cocktail Hour, which again, if you're gonna do,
I know.
I don't like instrumentals during Cocktail Hour.
No, give them something. Give them some meat.
Yeah, yes. I like for Cocktail Hour, again, something fun, upbeat, but usually, again, classic love songs or today's love songs, country love songs, that sort of thing.
I feel like don't shoot your shot early for Cocktail Hour. Like, don't play the songs that you're going to want to dance to.
Oh, no. They're not going to give us...
No, that's what I'm telling the couples. Like, don't shoot your shot early. Like, keep building.
Right, but I don't give them... for me personally, I don't give them the opportunity to request songs. I mean, they can request certain songs during Cocktail Hour, but I feel like I guide them.
You give them genres.
I give them genres, and I guide them for, okay, here's what styles of music to play.
Yeah.
Again, during Cocktail Hour, something more. Yeah.
My favorite part?
Tell me.
When couples send me their playlist for Cocktail Hour, and I have to play it. Like, they're designed.
Spotify list.
Love
it. That's fine for me.
Sometimes I'm like, oh, okay, we're doing that.
That's fine. Because
it's all them.
But again, typically for like as a DJ and even not a band, but like DJs, we are playing playlist at that point. Sometimes now, depending,
it's not a genre that I typically get. I get like a whole slew of just
that's fine, and that's perfect because that's their soundtrack.
True.
That's what they listen to.
True.
So the more guidance we can get from couples is perfect. Now, when it comes to dancing, do not give us a 30 song list of songs that you want played that must be played, because then that like kind of takes out all the I mean, we can be creative with it. Yeah. Don't get me wrong.
But that takes you out of the game. It's like, this is what I do.
Then, we can't read the crowd and see what they want, or if they're not vibing to all of your music. Yeah. We'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
But yeah, so Cocktail Hour, again, something fun, upbeat. Now, something that I have thought of doing that I've seen or heard of other DJs doing in other markets, like outside of Florida. But it's tough here because anyway, actually like having a DJ mix during Cocktail Hour, like actually not necessarily danceable music, which you can, but something more upbeat and actually mixing songs and actually DJing during Cocktail Hour.
Fun.
Yeah, I've done it a couple times.
Yeah.
It just depends on where Cocktail Hour is. If Cocktail Hour is in where the reception is, I have because I'm already set up and ready to go.
Exactly.
If I have to have a seperate setup for that, probably not.
That's a little cumbersome, yeah.
But yeah.
I like that. So would you say that you could mix like love songs or slow down songs and kind of?
See, I am part of a lot of music pools.
Uh-huh.
And so we are able to get a lot of like remixes and so we're able to do that.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
I like that. I think that should trend for the new year.
Mixing during Cocktail Hour?
Yeah, people should run with that.
Well, again, it depends on where Cocktail Hour is.
As long as logistically it makes sense, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that could be like an add-on if you wanted us to have a separate setup for Cocktail Hour to DJ, like actually DJ and mix.
Yeah.
It could be an extra fee. But typically, we would just set up a playlist.
I think that'd be fun for the DJ themselves.
Oh,
too.
It is.
Like it would oh my gosh, I get to do this again. You know
but
what
it's
I mean?
Different music too that we get to
it's
that we get to have fun with.
Takes you out of your box a little bit and lets you get creative, which is what DJs are. They're creative beings, people.
We are.
Let them do the damn thing.
Yeah, let us do it.
Okay.
So then
that's
moving
Cocktail
on.
Hour.
So that's Cocktail Hour, and then we get everybody inside. And we go straight into our grand introductions. So I've got some fun songs a variety of genres and decades of music here. See
if you've got any of the ones I have.
All right, so the one that if somebody asks me, what would you suggest?
And is this for the whole bridal party, or are you dividing it up?
Oh, this is.
I like to throw a little kink in the thing, and
so I suggest having one song for family and bridal party, and a separate song for the bride and groom or the couple.
Okay,
separate song.
I like that, but I also think it's kind of fun too, especially if your bridal party is married not to the people that they're walking out to or whatever. They're not like super cool with trying to make up some kind of fun dance. Let the girls all go out to one song.
Yep,
and all the
that's
guys
also
go out to
that's
another
trending
song.
where the bridesmaids will come out,
and it takes the pressure off too. But
sure,
yeah,
the bridesmaids will come out all together, and I've announced, please welcome your bridesmaids. They didn't want their names announced, or bridesmaids,
your crew,
Chelsea, Kelsey, Jen, Megan, Christy, just like
I was like trying to find another name with E.
I know, yeah, right. But yeah, and then you can just name them out, and then they all just come out, and have one separate song for the bridesmaids.
Because then it's like, yes, girls, we just did that thing.
Who rule the world?
That's on my list.
Girls
run the world. That's for my girls. That's what I was gonna say. All
right. Well then, and then have the groomsmen come out to "Sexy and I Know It."
Yeah. Yeah.
LMFAO. That's the artist.
I like it.
So for these introductions that I have here, I think I had the couple in mind. Again, I had the couple in mind, but these could also be interchanged with the bridal party and family. But bring them out. TI.
Oh yeah. Bring them out.
Bring them out. That's always a good one. That's a good party starter. What do you have?
I have Hey Ya.
Hey Ya, okay, by Outkast.
Yes.
For the bridal
party.
That's a good one for bridal party.
Yeah.
If you ever watched The Office, have you watched The Office? You know what song I'm talking about? Forever?
Yes.
By Chris Brown?
Yes, I love that. I really wish people would do more fun things like that and surprise the couples more than they have been. It's been very boring, I think, lately. Throw some spice in there.
Yeah.
I'm a part of a bridal party, and we plan on. I'm going to talk to the girls. Be like, hey, let's do something.
Do it.
We can totally pull it off.
I think Forever by Chris Brown is a good one for the bridal party, not necessarily for the bride and groom, only because it's a fun upbeat song, but there's not like that big crescendo and like the hypeness to get the couple out on to introduce them. So, I would suggest that one for bridal party, not for the couple.
Yeah.
However, I Love It by Icona Pop.
I love it. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I had to say it for a second.
Yep, that's the one.
Wait,
that one can be used, I feel like, for either bridal party or bride and groom or a couple.
Yeah, everybody. I like Can't Hold Us. Macklemore.
Oh, okay. I don't know that one.
Yeah, it's good. Okay. I think it's good for the bridal party.
Okay.
Yeah.
What else you got?
Good as Hell.
Ah, Lizzo.
Yeah. Yeah.
That one's for the ladies, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it could be for everybody, but like, we're feeling good as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Like, aren't we? We're at a wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
What I've seen, there's been a couple times where I've done introductions or I've DJ'd for couples who have a background in sports. One couple, both the bride and the groom, both played basketball in college. And so a lot of their groomsmen and bridesmaids were their teammates.
Oh, nice.
So... Serious, right? By Alan Parsons Project. That was the song that the Chicago Bulls, basically the Chicago Bulls theme song, when they're introduced. Yeah? I believe it's called Serious. I think it's how it's pronounced.
Huh. I'm gonna have to jog.
But when Michael Jordan in the '90s, when they were introduced, it's
I like that.
Also it's Serious parentheses Chicago Bulls theme song.
Literally.
Yeah.
Love that.
So it's fun. But it's cool for like if you're announcing again. They had me announce like standing at 6 feet tall from the University of Michigan.
That is great.
Yeah, you're a groomsman.
I love that.
Yeah.
Joe.
Well, yeah.
Number 15.
Well, no, they wouldn't do numbers, but it would. I typically don't announce first and last name, but in this case, I would do first and last name because you're introducing them individually.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's always fun.
I love that.
Yeah, that was a blast. I always have fun with that.
Yep. That's a do. That's definitely a do.
Here's a different one. Seven Nation Army, the White Stripes. Dun, 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 dun,
Yes.
dun.
Okay. I needed a little beat. Yes. Yes. And then, of course, one of your favorites, Thunder.
Thunderstruck. I always mix those together, actually. That's probably why you just came up with that
I
one.
went straight to that because I was like, I know that combination. Yeah.
Yep. You have any others?
No, those were my best ones for my.
Here's a couple of sleepers or a couple different ones that really, actually, I don't think I've ever played them, but I think they should be.
Okay.
Narco by Timmy Trumpet. If you
I think
watched,
you told me about
if
this
you watched
before.
baseball at all last year, and are a fan of the New York Mets, it was when their closer came out, and Timmy Trumpet they actually brought Timmy Trumpet out to play it live whenever they would bring out their closer. If you've not heard of Narco,
how does it go?
I'm not even going to try and sing it, but it's a trumpet.
You're not gonna lend
It's got a
your,
solid beat. It's EDM.
Okay.
But it comes out. The trumpet is very profound. Listen to it. Narco, Timmy Trumpet, Blaster Jacks. It is.
Yeah.
Once you hear the trumpet come in, that's when that should start the introductions.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh damn, this thing's something's going down. It's happening.
Find your seat.
Yeah.
I like that.
So Narco by Timmy Trumpet.
And we jamming the whole way home today.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then last but not least, Love Tonight by Shouse. All I need is your love tonight.
Yep.
But the
I love it.
David Guetta remix.
Yeah, I like him.
Mm-hmm.
He has a lot of great ones. Skrillex has a lot of great remixes too.
Mm-hmm.
I love a lot of the things that he puts together. So
yeah,
those are good. I like that. Some sleepers in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So those two I haven't played yet, but I mean I do usually I'll test them out during dancing. I'll play them little snippets again.
So the next time a couple says, "Hey, choose our song for us," you're like,
I mean, if they ask that, I kind of go off of what they've been giving me.
Okay.
And I'll base it off of that genre of music.
Okay.
So if they're giving me a lot of 90s music, then I'll suggest something fun and upbeat in 90s.
Yeah, I feel like you want to know what song you're going out to for sure, and it be you be hyped up for it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had Star Wars played. We've done some.
I've had
stuff.
Star Wars themed. Yep, you come out.
Sports, more sports, the place where you go that you like that I don't talk about, that college.
Florida State.
That one.
Yep.
Yeah, that one.
I'll come up with some remixes for them. Those are fun.
I like that. Okay.
All right, so those are your grand introduction songs.
Okay.
We're going to move right along because now we've passed grand introductions. And usually right after the grand intro, here locally, or at least in Florida, because I know it's different in the Northeast, typically after grand introductions in the Northeast, what I've heard and seen is they actually go into a dance set.
Yes.
Introductions, straight into dance set for 15 minutes.
Yes.
And then they sit everybody down for dinner, and you don't do the formal dances until after dinner.
I wonder the logic behind that. Is it?
No idea.
Because it gets everybody excited, and then then they settle down, they get all that excitement out of them and then go sit down. For me, it becomes a huge logistical time sucker.
No, I don't. I mean, it shouldn't be a time sucker for you because
it takes for everybody to get sat back down.
Well, no, if you have a solid MC,
well, yeah,
and you change the music.
Yeah, true.
If you're still playing Narco during the dance set, and you're like, go sit down, and it's still going.
Yeah.
They're not going to sit. But if you go from that to
go sit in their chair and start.
If you go from that to Perfect by Ed Sheeran, and
okay.
you slow it down,
can
then
we
it's
stop playing that song?
Oh, Perfect?
Completely for anything.
I don't think it's ever outplayed right now.
Oh God.
I mean,
it's because we've been to too many weddings.
Yeah. It is a good song. Anyway, so after grand introductions, then we're going straight into the first dance. So first dance songs again. Now with first dance, highly recommend it being something that is between you two as the couple. your first dance that you danced to ever.
Yes.
Whoever that might have been, or if there's just a song that continues to pop up that like emulates your relationship.
Yeah.
Utilize
your
that
journey, one.
Yeah. But if you don't have any of those and you need some suggestions, we've got you.
We got you.
So, you had mentioned. Wait, did you mention something? Which one did you mention? Did you mention one?
Perfect.
Oh, perfect. I mean, I guess that
it's not perfect.
It's a good song.
It's a good song.
Yeah.
It's not the most creative that we could pick. I do love some Ed Sheeran, but that song just to me is
okay, overplayed.
It's a little much.
That was not on my list.
Okay, good.
That's not on my list. I actually have some different ones here.
Okay.
So I had mentioned Can't Help Falling in Love. Again, that one was during the ceremony. I feel like that's always a good one. Here's a good one. And this is actually a cover.
Okay.
You're Still the One.
Uh-huh.
But by Teddy Swims.
I don't think
you know the song?
Yeah.
You're Still the One.
Yeah. Shania.
Yeah. Is that Shania Twain?
Yeah. Still the one that yeah.
Mm-hmm. Look up Teddy Swims cover.
Teddy Swims cover. Okay.
So good.
All right.
So, like, I legit get goosebumps.
Oh.
Listening to that song.
Okay.
Yeah.
To be decided.
Couples.
We'll okay.
Don't let that one. That's a good one. Yours by Russell Dickerson. That's a country, like a country artist. They have like a wedding version for it, but I've seen that one played often.
Okay.
Well, not often, but I've seen that played quite a few times for a first dance. Better Together.
Yes, that was on my list.
Which one?
I don't know who. No, there's a remix of it.
No,
there's a cover. No, Better Together.
Better Jack Johnson.
I don't know that that's the one I saw.
All right, so there's
what version?
Better Together. Yeah. There are two.
Okay.
There's one by Jack Johnson, which is more of like an island, kind of like an island vibe.
Mm-hmm.
And quick story, I was at a very, very country venue.
Out in the sticks?
Out in the sticks.
Okay.
Wandering Oaks, beautiful venue.
Yeah.
Love it there.
Yeah.
Wandering Oaks, the couple, everything was country, and they put Better Together. I was like, oh, okay. Put Better Together in my list, and I started playing it, and I, announced, like, at this time, we're going to go into our first dance as husband and wife. Boom, played it, and I am just, like, confident, like, I'm just sitting back.
Like, this is good.
This is, like, I'm killing it right now. I know what I'm doing. And all of a sudden I see like people like snapping their fingers at me like to get my attention, and like the couple's like, this isn't our song. And I look at my timeline with the music and it said Better Together by Luke Combs, not Jack Johnson.
That's the one.
And before, like, as I'm playing it, I'm like, gosh, this just does not feel like, I'm just like looking around and I'm like, thinking to myself, this does not fit. This does not work. This doesn't fit their vibe. It doesn't fit the venue.
You started to feel that.
And I was just thinking, gosh, this is not right. But this is what they put on there. And they start like, this isn't our song. And I was like, what? Look at my timeline with the music, and it said Better Together, which I had, but by Luke Combs.
Oh.
And I was like, oh my God. Immediately go to my phone, bring it up. Luckily I have a cable, the adapter for it, fade out. I'm like, that was just a test. We're going to go into our first dance, our true first dance.
For real.
As husband and wife. And I played it. Everything was fine. They were cool about it. It's just all about how you handle the situation.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. They were fine. I was mortified. And I went up to them afterwards. They're like, oh my God, it's totally cool. You killed it, like, as far as handling the situation.
Yeah.
It wasn't played for very long.
Yeah.
But immediately they're like, this is
weird.
This isn't our song. So yeah, don't get it wrong. Better Together, either Luke Combs or Jack Johnson. There are two, and they're both very
Luke
good
or
first,
Jack?
But they're very different genres of music, very different feels.
Oh.
But very good, both very good for a first dance.
Okay.
So yeah, Better Together was one of mine as well. Luke Combs or Jack Johnson. Some sleepers.
Yeah.
This one, I love this song. Beautiful by Bazzi and Camila Cabello.
I think I know this one. It's
Beautiful,
newer.
beautiful, beautiful, beautiful
Oh, yes.
angel.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like that.
Love that song.
Yep.
Never heard it for a first dance. Actually, I don't ever get any requests for it. That's a sleeper.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Such a good song.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And it's yeah,
I just thought of something else.
that's a good one. And one more sleeper. This is one of my favorites.
Uh-oh.
Better by Khalid.
Yes. I have a Khalid song, too.
What you got?
So for first dance, it's called Electric
Okay. Okay.
by Alina Baraz and Khalid.
Okay.
And it's like slow kind of, but it's got like this really nice dun 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 dun.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And then it's sexy.
Yeah.
Like it is.
So
like,
yeah, better. I mean, Khalid.
Yes. Don't sleep on him.
No, Khalid is good.
Yeah.
Better by Khalid. That's a good one.
And then my other sleeper is actually my first dance song. It's called Stay by John Legend.
Oh, okay.
People always use his other stuff, but this is older.
Because you're older.
I'll look a day over 27.
No, you don't, girl. You're looking good.
Black toe and crack.
Shoot.
But Stay by John Legend.
Okay.
And it's I love just the lyrics in there, and it's a really good one. I like that one. Yeah.
So those are my first
good ones.
Those are my first dance songs. Any others?
No, I'm gonna have to look up this one by Khalid. Yeah.
Better? You don't know Better?
I think I do. I just need to like hear it.
You
probably.
say we're just friends, but I swear when nobody's around.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
I'm not a good singer, people. This is why I'm a DJ.
We did not agree to say that we were. So do not hold us guilty as charged. I like that. I feel like there's some good. There's some. I feel like there's one by Common that's really good for a first dance song. I'm gonna have to think of it, but Common has some really good ones. And your other people like your Alicia Keys and things like that for first dance. But change some things up.
Yeah. And let's see here. What other? Then we go into dinner, which again, depending on the
could be similar to the cocktail.
Yeah, it could be similar. Music. And again, I if I have time and I'm available to actually mix during dinner, depending on the style of music that they're looking for.
Yeah.
I like to mix during dinner, or I'll just play a previous mix that I've actually made myself.
Yeah, there was a band that was at the Bishop recently, and they had some instrumentals, and they did it. Maybe I said this before, but the instrumental of Dirty Diana.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, all right, I this is where we're headed. It got me super excited for what was coming.
Nice.
Because they chose some songs that were just not super common. Like you probably wouldn't play the words to Dirty Diana during dinner. And if you know the song, you know why. If you don't, look at the lyrics. But
fair.
The definitely having the instrumental of it. So you just kind of get a little like hint of, oh, I know this song. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't feel so in your face.
Okay.
I feel like that's a good way to add in some of those other songs. Just make them instrumentals. But yeah, I really loved hearing Dirty Diana instrumental on a guitar.
Right on.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Other formalities that we can briefly go over.
Yeah.
Let's see. Cake cutting. I mean, really, it depends on the genre. You can go
Cake by the Ocean.
Go Cake by the Ocean. You can go cake,
Sugar?
cake.
Oh, yeah.
Was that called Cake?
No.
What's it called?
Sugar.
No, but no.
Yeah, that's a different song.
No, I know. Is it Cake? That's called Cake, right?
Yeah.
Well, then I was just attempting to sing.
It's called Cake.
Yeah. And then, Sugar by Maroon 5.
Sugar, yeah.
Then there's Sugar by the Archies.
Oh, yeah. And then there's Pour Some Sugar on Me.
Oh, I didn't think about that one for cake cutting.
Yeah.
That's always good for like garter removal.
Oh, yeah.
Or garter toss, yeah.
Yeah.
What other cake songs? Cut It. If you got
what?
Cut It.
Oh, yeah.
Cut it.
Yeah.
Cut it.
That's
You
good.
need to cut it. I love it. Whenever I get that, I'm like,
great.
This is a cool couple.
That is really sweet.
Cut it.
I like that.
You need to cut it. I love it.
Oh gosh, what else have I heard? This has been played for cake cutting too, because it's kind of used for a lot of things for weddings.
What is?
This will be.
Oh, this will be. Then there's How Sweet It Is by James
Yep,
Taylor.
How Sweet It Is, yep.
Sugar Pie Honey Bunch.
Oh, yeah. You know that I love you. Yeah, there's some good ones. I'm trying to think of any other ones that are unique. I've been seeing couples just not even do cake. Like, they do it privately a lot. Like, all weekend, nobody cut their cake in front of anybody. They did it privately. They kind of did their thing. Like, after their first dance, they went over, they cut the cake, and they went down to sat down for dinner.
Well, and a lot of the times, they don't want to mess up the dance floor. If everybody's dancing, having a good time, like, we've been sitting all day. Chilling. Now we're finally dancing, having a good time, and you don't want to, alter that. And I appreciate that when couples are like, "Hey, we're just gonna go cut the cake." Great, perfect. When you're done, let me know, and then I will announce that the dessert bar is open, or that they will be passing out cakes, or however it's gonna go.
I've seen it cut before dinner recently, like a lot.
Yeah, I've had
privately. They just go over, they cut it. Caterer takes it away. Well, would you cut the cake? I wanted a picture. Oh, we already did it privately.
We got a picture for you. You'll see it.
It's in the album.
But I've also, so again, with things not being traditional and you can do it however you want, I've seen to where we've done intros, first dance, cut the cake, dinner. Just get all the formalities out the way.
Yeah.
Can't Stop This Feeling is a good one.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
So that's those.
So, yeah, when I was planning, as soon as I was like, oh, yeah, they're cutting cake. You could tell by the song.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be like, shoot, they're cutting cake. I'm not out there. Because that's happened
just cutting the cake.
Like, what do you mean they're cutting cake? Because I like to be, we always have a plate and the napkin and the forks and stuff.
I always
like to make sure. Yeah, you do, but there's been other times.
They just, other DJs or bands, they just don't care. They're like,
cake by the, I'm like, what? Yeah, and I go running out. Like, the plate and things are there, but I like to kind of go over how to cut with the couple prior to the photographer taking their photos. Just so
don't photographers do that too?
Photographers sometimes do.
We'll guide them.
So I kind of tell them, like, there's cardboard between, so cut. But make sure before you cut, the photographer gives you the go for it motion before you cut, so you can get that nice photo. But
gotcha.
Yeah. All right, that's cake.
That's cake.
Let them eat cake.
Let them eat cake. That's right.
All day.
And make sure you get it from Tara.
That's right. Yes. I actually also had some, I had Tara's cake this past weekend, and I had Cakes by Ron cakes this weekend.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. All the sweets.
Right on.
Isn't there a song called Sweet, something sweets? It just popped in my head.
Oh, no.
Okay. What's next?
We're just going to continue down the line. So cake. And then if you are doing garter bouquet toss, which again, we're seeing less and less of that.
Yeah.
You know what? We're just going to pass that because.
Yeah, I don't think we should. I mean, and here's the thing. Think of it this way. You literally sit your person down in their dress in front of everyone, like facing them.
Yeah.
Wow, you.
That's fine.
But.
Yeah, but
turn to the side if you're gonna do it.
Great opportunity to ice your groom.
That's the thing. that part. But I also think just turn to the side instead. Don't face the audience.
Yeah. Well,
turn to the side.
Yeah.
That's just my preference. But yeah, I love a little icing of the groom for that point. I have helped many a couple get iced on both sides.
And if you don't know what icing or being iced is, you're too young. Not really, but
you should know.
You look it up.
If you're old enough to drink, you should know.
Well, true. I just don't feel like Smirnoff Ice is that big of a deal these days.
No, I mean, I've been drinking that since I was.
You still drink it?
High school. I mean, I haven't had it forever.
Oh, okay.
Because I think it. Ugh. Remember Zima?
Zima was just before
you could drink.
Before I could drink.
That's right.
But ice, the Smirnoff Ice was my go-to.
Yeah, green
college.
apple usually, or the red. The red classic was.
Yeah, the classic was.
Yeah, you could do
very
sugary.
Drink
a lot of those.
Anywho, so then
all right,
we go into dancing, and then of course you just let us know what kind of song that you like during dancing, and then it comes to the end of the night.
End of the night song.
Last dance. With so now another trend is
the end of the night song though. The one song that you play to end the night though too.
Well, there's the last dance with guests.
Yes.
And then you got to get everybody out because ideally the couple, and what we're seeing now is that couples want to do a last dance alone, and I love it. And so ideally you want your guests to go somewhere else.
Get the out.
So play the last dance with guests.
Which could be Last Dance by Donna Summer.
Could be, yes, that's a good one. Last Dance with Donna Summer, that's a good one.
People have been playing Mr. Brightside like
yes, Mr. Brightside
incessantly lately.
Mr.
I'm like,
Brightside.
y'all know this song's been out for a while.
Oh yeah, it's a bop.
Or Closing Time. That's all.
Well, hold on. So Last Dance with Donna Summer is a bop. That's a good one to end the night on with your guests. There's also I've had the time of my life with Bill Medley.
That's a good one.
Don't Stop Believing's always a decent one. I Want to Dance with Somebody if it hasn't already been played, but if you tell your DJ that's what you want for your last dance, that can be the last dance with guests. I always suggest something fun, or you can go with like a sing along.
I was gonna say, Sweet Caroline.
Sweet Caroline. Well, yeah, I guess you could do Sweet Caroline. For the country themed weddings, you've got Family Traditions, always a good one.
Yeah, Family by Hank Williams Jr.
Yep. So those are some last dance songs. Any others? I didn't prep these.
I did see something on TikTok, because I'm always watching TikTok.
Yeah, you are.
You do a conga line for the last song. No, listen. Let me hear me through. You do a conga line, and the leader leads the group outside to where they need to line up for the sparklers and all.
That's it. All right, that's fair.
That is the best way I saw it. I was like dying, because I'm like, that is a perfect way to get everybody out.
That is.
Everybody do the conga line, and you do it for a few minutes, a little bit, and then that lead person just takes everybody out to
have
do
you
the
go on outside.
And everybody stay tight in that conga line and just keep following it wherever it goes. Out the door.
Yep.
And then last song. But yeah.
Let's see.
I loved that idea. It's like, yes.
So Forever is also always a good last dance song. I've used that one. Shout. Yeah. I haven't played that one in so long. Shout by the Isley Brothers.
Yeah, that's a good one. To mix it in soon.
Yeah.
Like during the dance time.
You know what I like to do? On Saturdays at 9 o'clock. I've set timers. You know where I'm going with this? I've set timers on my phone. So when it comes 9 o'clock, ideally I haven't slowed the dance floor down yet.
Yeah.
And at 9 o'clock, I will say, I'm going to slow it down for y'all for 1 second. And usually I'll say, if you came with somebody special tonight, go ahead and grab them. Or if you think somebody's cute,
that part.
Feel free to shoot your shot.
Yes, get it.
And I think once or twice I've actually had girls come up to me and be like, I'm shooting my shot. Me? I'm DJing.
Be like, I'm working.
So at 9 o'clock on a Saturday, Piano Man.
Yes.
Because the first lyrics of the song
are...
It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday. And then I will actually announce it, like, in case you didn't know, it's 9 o'clock on a Saturday. And then people are like, oh my God. Oh. And that's like, all right, I'm done.
Some things. I know. Like, I love when DJs play music and it's so obvious and that nobody picks up on it. I love when we get to work together, which we do coming up.
Yep. Darby Adams.
Yeah. This coming.
And I'm going to, I might be launching my brand new, my Premier DJ console.
That. That's gorgeous.
Shut Up and Dance with Me.
Okay.
Never Gonna Give You Up. That could be
yeah.
That you could just rickroll them.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are some good like last dance. At Last by Etta James is a good one to slow it down.
Yeah.
And then
because if you play too much of a rager, you're never getting them out.
I know. Yeah. and then so once you play the last dance with guests, I always do my final thank you, goodbyes, get the hell out. And then that's when I play closing time.
Yes.
Because they're like, oh, I guess it's time. I'm like, get out, go.
And
thank
turn
you.
On some lights,
we've got a special like send off if it's bubbles or if it's sparklers, whatever it may be. Please head outside. Glow sticks. The planning team will be out there setting you up. At that point, I'll finally get everybody out. Then you go into your last dance alone. Make sure you let your photographer know, your videographers if you have them.
Keep them till the end if you can.
Yes. And then you do a last dance alone, and that's such a great way to really take everything in.
Yeah.
I love it. And
that part gives me chills too.
Yeah. And if you're kind of stumped on what song to use,
Use your first dance.
Use your first dance. Or if there were 2 songs that you were having an issue with trying to figure out what should be our first dance, have a first dance.
And a last dance.
And a last dance.
I love that.
Mm-hmm. So, and then closing time.
Yeah.
Closing time. Get the hell out.
And then if
you
you
don't
have
have to go home.
and if you're a planner and Tim's around, maybe he'll throw you a bone and play something really fun, like old school stuff while you pack up.
Right. Yeah. Yep. But that's it.
Yeah. So it's not meant to be a hard task to figure out these songs, couples. So I always say, when you're in your car, when you're at home and you've got music playing, jot down some of the songs, because and surf through all the different XXM and all the Spotifys and just pick some different, playlists, and then start just cataloging them as more of your dance music songs, because you're like, I really love to dance to that. Or if you catch yourself singing something in the shower and you're like, oh, I love that song, I forgot about that one, and add that to a list of dance songs.
Create an actual playlist on Spotify, but make sure you divvy it up. It makes our job easier.
Yeah,
yours a little bit harder, not really, but create, like, if you're like, if it's a slower song, be like, I would like to listen to this during dinner or cocktail hour. So create a cocktail hour / dinner playlist, and then create a dance playlist.
Yeah,
and then send us that link.
Yeah.
You can send it in the planning form, and you can send, if a DJ...
You could send 10 songs, you could send 5, you can send 30, but don't send that too many.
Well, I mean, if you send 30, that gives us an idea of...
It gives you a more fleshed out way of figuring out their vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
but does that mean you're going to play all 30?
No. But if there are must plays, make sure you highlight them.
What is with people lately, and maybe you've experienced this, playing every single line dancing song back to back to back to back?
Are you talking about DJs or?
Yeah, like the DJ did it for the cut. Like the bride just kept going, play this one now.
Again,
what's that other one? And she's like asking me, what's
that's
the
on
one
the couple.
Where it's like 1, 2, and I was like, I don't know. Why doesn't your DJ know the name of this song?
That's on the couple.
There.
I personally
don't do that to your people.
Again, I don't play whole songs when it comes to dancing. When it comes to like the party aspect of it, I am a quick mixer, meaning I play the most important parts of each song. So and I always give this example, Wannabe.
Yeah.
By the Spice Girls. I'll play the beginning of it.
That's a really long song.
It is, but I'll play the beginning, the first verse and chorus, and then go straight into that rap part.
Yep.
So here's a story, right? No.
That's Fresh Prince.
Wait, hold on. So
if you want to get with me, you better listen carefully. That's part of it.
Yeah.
I don't know how it starts.
Oh my gosh, my mind's going blank. But yes. So, and then after that rap, they play the chorus, and then you're out. And a lot of the songs, I'll play the first verse, first chorus, I'm out into the next.
Yeah.
Or I'll play the most popular verse or whatever it is. So I'm playing a lot of music when it comes to like the dance part. So I don't usually play the entire song. But if they want you to, now when it comes to like the line dances, like the Cupid Shuffle, or as people will also refer to as the Cuban Shuffle. I've had Cuban Shuffle written out.
Do better, people. Just do better.
The wobble, cha-cha slide, and all that sort of stuff. But I also have had people on the do not playlist say, please do not play the chicken dance. And I cannot tell you, in the 10 years that I've been doing this, I've had it requested once.
Really?
One time, and I
feel like that's what we used to do at the skating rink.
Yeah, well, yeah. But the chicken dance I played one time, and it was requested. Yeah.
Torture.
But, it was. Or what did the fox say?
Oh God.
That was on a request. That was a requested song, and let me tell you, it was one of my requests, and I didn't play it all night. And so, I was coming up to the end of the night. I'm like, "There's no way I'm playing this. Nope." Because I hate the song, and it's gonna be stuck in my head. Mm-hmm. Nope. And if you don't know what did the fox say, you know what? Just go ahead. No. Go ahead and listen to it. Go ahead. Just listen to it. Listen to it all the way, the entire song. Just do it, and then tell me what you think. No, don't give anything away. But they so like I'm coming at the end of the night, and I said, "This is our last song of the night. You know, thank you guys so much for allowing me to DJ your special day." Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Played their actual last dance, and I just like, I'm not going to play What Did the Fox Say. The bride comes up to me and she's like, "This song is like just really important to like my family and I. Could you please play it?" Oh no.
Okay.
Like we literally have to end the night with What Did the Fox Say? This is the last song I'm going to listen to before I pack up. You're going to make me do this.
Mental sanity out the door. Did they dance to it?
Oh, yeah. They were going crazy. I
want to know the backstory of why that song actually means anything.
I don't know. But anyway.
Okay.
This is your soundtrack of the night. I will do what you say.
Yes.
But yeah, so those are our suggestions for
selecting
music for your big day, from ceremony all the way to the end of the night. We're here throughout the entire process. Your planners will also, I imagine they don't mind giving their suggestions.
No. And I feel like that comes up in planning a lot. We get that question like, oh, I have to, and they stall and they stall and they stall picking out music. And we're like, so I've literally been in final meetings 2 weeks before. Did you turn in your planning form to Tim? Oh no, I can't pick a song. Okay. So let's go through and pick some songs. And I would just start pulling out songs and playing them. And
reach out to Tim.
Yeah, that's
Send him an email.
Okay, we're done.
Yeah, reach out to your DJ if you're having issues, or if you're just like you're having a problem.
It's overwhelming for some people.
We can give you ideas.
Big music people. There are couples out there that are just like, I listen to heavy metal. I don't know how to plan a wedding with music. So let the expert help you do that. And you can have some heavy metal, but not all night.
No. Usually towards the end of the night, right before it closes.
When everybody's got enough in them, enough liquid courage to keep it going.
All right. Well, I think that's it, right?
That's it.
That's going to do it.
Yeah.
That is your music selections.
Yeah.
Music ideas for podcast official number 14.1.
Yeah. And we've got some really awesome guests coming up in the next few weeks.
We do.
Too,
and
so
one is a photographer.
Yay.
And at a wedding that I was with her this past weekend, and this is something that I want to talk to her about, and I actually want to have this as a conversation topic in general.
Okay.
How do you navigate? Yeah, how do you navigate? So this past weekend, a couple, it was an older couple, like I want to say probably like early 50s.
Okay.
And they both have their own kids, which are like teenagers.
30s. Oh.
Teenagers.
Okay.
You're like 30s. If they're in their 50s.
20s?
No, like, I mean, some of them are older. Like, I would say some of, like, anyway, the groom's daughters, who are teens, despised the bride. And the bride despised them.
Oh, no.
But everybody else seemed to get along.
Okay.
And I was talking to the photographer, and she's like, the bride said that she doesn't want to take any pictures with the girls.
They're young girls.
They were like teens.
Yeah, they're just being teenagers. Put them in a damn photo, stick it, like get together, take a picture and smile. Smile and wave.
That's what I'm doing, smiling and waving.
Smile and wave. Smile and wave, boys. Because later on in life, you're going to regret this, because right now it might stink.
Yeah.
Just do the thing. Just take the pictures. Don't be petty.
How do you navigate that, though?
Life's too short. You put them in a photo. You stick the kids at the other side of the dad, and you put the mom in the photo, then stepmom or whatever, and you all smile. If they don't smile, you know what? I'm gonna paste this up in your room when you're 18, when you really, really care about me and you were mad at your dad.
Yeah, I mean, they did take pictures as a family, as a whole, but she's like, I do not want pictures, just them and me.
Well, I get that. That's fine.
Yeah.
You can put a buffer called the
in general,
husband
like how do you navigate that when like when family members of
blended families,
blended families, they don't get along? That's what I want to know.
That's a great question. We had that this weekend too. We had a groom who had a daughter with a previous marriage, and mom to daughter was showing up at the venue to pick up daughter, and at a certain time. And we were given instructions that she was not to come inside, that she was only to let the officer know that she was there to pick up the child.
She came inside, didn't she?
How about she came 20 minutes early?
That's petty.
Yeah, she came inside because the officer's like, all right, I need to make sure we did rounds, and then, okay, we'll be back by the time. So like 9:17. No, she was pulling away. And I got the text, baby mama came. I'm like, okay. Next thing we know, it's like 10 minutes or a few minutes later, the groom's outside just bad mouthing. And I'm like, oh God.
Nope.
This is not, don't do that. Just don't do that.
No.
So much drama. It's like your wedding day. You're supposed to go. But it was a big conversation topic about him having been married before because somebody wanted to go take a picture with him and was like, hey, I need us to take a picture because the last wedding we were at with you, it was trash. And we need a new photo. I'm like, man. So y'all really liked the first wife.
Right.
I mean, it was definitely an overlying theme of the night. So
well, that'll be another topic on how to navigate blended families, or even if there are family members that just don't like in the
same family that don't get along.
If you are the one getting married and you don't get along with a family member, how do you navigate that?
Yeah.
Another topic.
Absolutely.
All right, that's going to do it for us.
Yay!
Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Brandy. It's been absolutely awesome. Podcast number 14.1. Officially done. This is the Scoop Weddings Unveiled. Brandy.
Peace and chicken grease.